What's up guys, Aroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and in today's video, of course, we have the boosted summons event going on for 2x sacred shards. So you got a 2 times chance of pulling legendary champions from these sacred shards. All right, this is basically one of the best times, I would say hands down the best time to get your hands on a legendary other than guaranteed summon events. But of course, that's really difficult for early game players. It's really easy for like mid to late game players, or a little bit easier for them. And then endgame players, extremely easy to go after the guaranteed summons. So this is definitely the best time to get your hands on new legendary champions. Doesn't necessarily mean you will get a legendary champion. And then of course, this is coinciding with the new Supreme Elhaine. I do recommend going for her if you're early game or mid game. Plus, if you're late game, I just recommend you going for her either way, because she could potentially get a buff in the future. There's been a lot of issues going on with these new Supreme champions, and in terms of Elhaine and Aethel, they're not nearly as good as their counterparts, okay? They're not nearly as good as Kayle and as Galek. They're just not as good, and I really personally believe they deserve a little bit of a buff. Now, I'm not saying go crazy. The multipliers on Elhaine are already really good, but I do think that Elhaine personally, I think she does need a buff in terms of one portion of her kit. So let me just go here to High Elves. I'm pretty sure she's going to be here. Here she is, Supreme Elhaine. I really personally believe she needs a buff right here on her crack shot ability. They need to add in Will Ignore Stone Skin. Okay, this has been a thing that they have to add in going forward to champions, new legendary void champions. If they're going to have so much RNG in arena with Stone Skin, and you know, now defense being kind of king with Taurus and all these crazy nukers, please just give other champions like Supreme Elhaine and other Supreme champions, which are the starters, so like they're the nostalgia. Make it worth it for the players. Make it worth it for us out here, you know? And plus, if you're gonna make this so challenging to go for these new Void Supreme champions, then you need to make their kits more worth it. Yes, they're going to hit hard. Yes, they're good for progression. And if anybody pulled them early or mid game, they're going to be great on your account. But late game, end game, not nearly as good when we already have crazy nukers on our accounts usually, typically. Some people already have George. Some people already have, like I have Foley, he's pretty good. I don't know if Elhaine is going to be better than my Foley because Foley has the block revive in his kit. Elhaine might hit harder, but Foley has block revive, okay? So he has something special in his kit. All she has is, you know, ignore ally protection, strengthen, and shield. It doesn't even ignore defense. Like, can it at least ignore some defense? Come on, come on. And this isn't me trying to be negative. This is just me not understanding why Plarium doesn't even understand their own game sometimes. And it is frustrating. But anyways, that's the negativity from me. That's it. That's all you're going to be getting. The rest of the time, everything else is going to be positive here for the rest of the video, because we've got the boosted summons event. I am going to be going for Supreme Elhaine, of course, on my free-to-play account here. I also highly recommend that you seriously take advantage. We have 3 hours left of the gear removal. I've been removing, replacing, and changing gear around my account like crazy over the past 24 hours. And I did it to be able to beat the hard mode dungeons for the spider boss. And you guys should be doing this too. Even if you can't beat hard dungeons, you should be re-gearing your champions for other content. You know, get to stage 25 in regular dungeons, right? So you can get the better gear for your champions and for your account progression in general. Now, over here in tournaments, we got Champion Chase going on, and I do recommend at least going for the 5 fragments here. But if you can, try to go for the 15, because we don't know a lot of times what happens in the summon rush, which is the second pulling type of tournament or event for shards. Typically, it's 10-10 or it's 5-15. So it's probably going to be 5 early and then 15 on the later half. And it's probably going to be like 4,000 points that you're going to need for the summon rush. So just be mindful of that. Now, what you could do is, if you saved up a ton, like I saved up a ton of mystery shards, I could just go ahead and pull on my mystery shards very close to 1,400 here. And then I'll at least have enough to get the first 5 fragments. That's what I highly recommend everybody to do. However, for me, this is what Plarium's trying to do. They're trying to bait us into pulling our sacred shards, which you could make a mistake. Because if you don't have enough additional shards from ancients or voids, then you could have a big issue on your hands, right? So if you don't have a ton of ancients or voids and not a ton of sacreds, go ahead and pull your mysteries first. Then I think it's tomorrow double 2 times ancients and then Sunday 2 times voids, or it's the other way around. Tomorrow 2 times voids and then Sunday 2 times ancients. It's one or the other, vice versa. And I would recommend going for, if you have at least 20 to 30 of the shards, you could go for the 2 times on those instead and hope for a bunch of epics, because epics are about 250 each. So at least for the ancients, let me just double check. For the champion chase, I think it's 250 for for epics from ancient shards. Let me just double check that. All right, so from ancients, you're going to get 250 each. From the voids, you're going to get 350 for each epic pulled. So if all you need to do is pull a minimum, so I do recommend going for 3200, but if you can only get the first 5 fragments, then don't pull any of your sacreds, and hopefully you have enough shards to pull your voids and pull your ancients. But if you have enough sacreds where you can pull them all in one foul swoop and get the 3200 points, then I guess you could go for the sacreds. But again, try to go with the mystery shards first, so that way you don't have to pull as many sacreds or pull as many ancients or voids. That being said, I will be pulling 6 of the sacreds. I might save my voids, because if I pull 6 sacreds now and I get lucky, then like six epics, there's gonna be 250 each, 500,000, 1,500 plus this, close to 3,000. I might have to pull a few voids or a few ancients over the weekend, because I want to save the rest of my sacreds for the summon rush. So yeah, so let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull 6 sacred shards. Hopefully we can get a legendary. I really want Harima. I really, really, really want Kaimar or any other really good champions. I'd be very surprised if I get another Duchess, though. That would be kind of crazy, honestly. So we got our first epic. Bushi, another Bushi. Check out the Bushi videos I've been doing. Trolling with Bushi. Obviously, he has an interesting passive where he revives his champion, 30% HP, places an unkillable buff on them for 1 turn every 3 turns. So that's kind of cool. And he has arena speed by 20%. This ability hits really hard right here. You only have to build him with 70% crit rate. All right, let's keep going. Come on. Legendary. Nope, another epic. Kanoichi. She's okay with the ally protection. Good early game and clan boss to mid game. And then the block damage is kind of nice too. Come on. Another epic. Okay, this guy, he's okay. He's got a provoke on the A1. Heal reduction on all enemies. And it's all right. I wish this was decreased attack. And then the true fear and potential fears as well. Come on. That's 4. We got another rearguard sergeant. Again, another faction war champion. Pretty decent early game for clan boss as well. Decreased defense on the A1. Decreased attack on the A2. All enemies though, which is nice. Give me a new epic at least. Nagorio. Okay, I already have Nagorio, I'm pretty sure. That's 5 so far. Or actually, no, that might be a new epic for me. Oh, this is the champion I didn't get from the fragment collection because I fell asleep. So he is new for me. But he doesn't seem that good. This buff cannot be removed. He doesn't really seem super strong. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you use Nagorio? Is he any good for your account? Last one for me. Come on, please give me a legendary. All right, 6 sacreds used, not a single legendary. That really stinks. So we're gonna go over here. We were able to at least get the first 5 fragments. Okay, not terrible, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull a bunch of mysteries, and then I'm gonna have to pull over the weekend some ancient shards. I could pull another sacred and try to hope for a legendary, but again, if I have 4 sacred save for the summon rush, I'll have 2,000 points minimum. And then I'll still probably need at least, I'm assuming they're going to go with 4,000 points at least for the summon rush for all the fragments. That's what I'm going to assume, 4,000 or 4,200 or something like that. Because it's a void legendary, so you have to keep that in mind. So I guess having 5 sacreds would grant me 2,500 points for the summon rush. And then, yeah, let's just go ahead and pull one more sacred. So this will be 7 sacreds. And of course, Clan Boss, maybe it'll be nice to me. Maybe I can get some more sacreds along the way until the next summon rush event. Let's go ahead and do one more sacred. Can it be a legendary? This is going to be 7 shards. And it's going to be another epic. And it's another allure. Okay, man, that really stinks. So 7 and no legendary. Wow, this is already full. So that allure is probably just going to go into food, just be used as a food champion. That really stinks, unfortunately. So I'll have 2,000 points at least. So that's kind of unfortunate. So I'm going to have 2,000 points at least for the summon rush that I'll be able to pull for points. And then for the weekend, I'm going to have to pull these ancients and voids so I can hopefully get some more epics, or maybe a new legendary void champion would be really, really nice. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there.
12 hours later.
Hey guys, I'm back. And I decided to pull my void shards as well. And I've decided to make this one full straight video, day 1 and 2. We've got Friday, which I just pulled my shards for sacreds. I pulled 7 sacreds, got zilch, absolutely nada. Okay. And now we're on to Saturday, and we have 16 hours remaining here. 2 times chances to get a legendary. This is my free-to-play account, so I am hoping for a legendary. Can I get my 2nd ever legendary shard pull for a void? I'm really hoping so. And right now there's no like 10x for the new Supreme champions, but they have this weird thing going on in the news. I guess if you pull for one of the Supremes, you get something out of it. As part of our anniversary activities, you will have the chance to get a legendary version of the starter champion, Supreme, Aethel, Kale, Galek, Elhain. For those who earn all 4 champions, you'll also receive a special gift after the anniversary celebration ends. It's only a rank 5 chicken, 2 of them. Legendary tome, 50 brews, voids, 50 multi-battle attempts times 5, so 250. 5 energy refills and 500,000 silver. That's garbage. I'm going to be honest with you. That's terrible. I don't think that's very good. They need to give you a lot more than that if you're going to pull all 4 of these champions from shards, or get Elhain and then the other 3 from pulling voids. That's just ridiculous. Unless they're going to put the Supreme champions into like tournaments or events or something like that, which makes sense. But they haven't really said anything about it yet. So we're just assuming at this point it's pulling from shards. But I believe they might put them into events or tournaments where if you hit the first place in a tournament, maybe you can get Galek, or you can get Aethel, or you could get Kale. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, let me just get right into this. I will have to make some room afterwards, but I'm going to pull my 27 voids. I am hoping for legendary, and I'm going to save my mystery shards. I'm going to save my sacreds. I'm going to save my ancient shards for the summon rush. So let's do this. Come on. Please give me a legendary, and please let it be something crazy. Please don't be a crap legendary if I do get one. But there is a chance that I don't get anything at all, unfortunately. One epic, we got Andresia. I think she's new on my account. Another epic, Skrank. Okay, I think Skrank's also new. All right, so we've got... I'm going to pull 7, and then I'm going to make some room. And then I'll pull the rest. Okay. Kurzad Deepart. Good, I think he has the decreased accuracy on an AoE. Okay. Come on. Give us a legendary, please. Come on. Nope. Wow. Please don't go all 27 without one legendary. Come on. Another epic. Okay. Eurogrim. I think I have him already on this account. But I'll double check though. Okay. No legendary still. I got 10 more shots at a potential legendary. Okay. And let me make some room and I'll be right back. Here we go. I'm back. Let's get it. Last 10. Please, please give me a legendary. Please. Net crit. Come on. Something crazy, please. Oh, man. Another epic. Prundar. Come on. Just a fat tank guy. Oh, my gosh. That's so sad to see. Still haven't pulled my second Void legendary yet. And I've been playing for 3 years and 4 months. That's crazy, guys. Anyways, if you liked watching the video, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you've stuck around this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. Would really appreciate it and benefit me a lot. It's free to subscribe. I have about like 80% of the viewers that I have are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe, that would be super beneficial and I would really appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care.